Hello, it is me again. I didn't make a video. Also, noise outside renovations. Yes, I didn't make a video for week 10 because I put it off. So now I'm doing week 10 and 11 together. And also, I tried to make the video. Maybe I'll close the window. I tried to make this video already, and then I was like, I don't have anything to say. I'll say what I said. I said week 10 and 11, I did 5 out of 7 days my morning pages. There were morning pages that I did where I was really happy with them, where I was like, I'm really happy with what I'm writing down, the way that I'm writing, the things that I'm getting out of it. I think there were a few days that my morning pages felt really heavy. Also because in week 10, I had like some inner conflicts happening and not like the best week. But the morning pages helped in some sense. Sometimes they heightened my feelings more. So I don't know. And then in week 10, I did my artist date where I went to like a hobby shop, like a creative, artsy arts and crafts shop. And I walked there in a really nice outfit with heels. The walking there was difficult because my heels weren't the best, but I really wanted to wear those heels. So, and then sorry, also if I'm sniffy, I have allergies. And then I was in the arts and craft in the hobby shop for like a while, bought some things, went back home. It was a nice artist date, but I didn't do a lot of tasks in week 10. And then in week 11, it was the opposite, where I didn't really do an artist date. I did do like artist things with people, but not an artist date because that's one-on-one. So I didn't do an artist date, not really, but I did do all of my tasks, which all my tasks in one go. I sat down and it took like multiple hours and I went through all of my tasks. And I really like the one where you need to do 7 pages with health, possessions, leisure, relationships, creativity, career, spirituality, and then list down 10 wishes for them. And it took me super fucking long. Also because I didn't like start with 1 and then did 10. I like went in between the 7 and then just like wrote down when I like thought of something, but so it took like super long, but I also really liked it. And then I don't know, like some things came out of it that I maybe never really like thought about, like this is a wish, and now I like realized like there are like wishes in there that I maybe wouldn't have thought of, because normally it's like they're way more like surface level, and now because they were so divided, I needed to think about what things I really wanted. Why are you crying? Yeah. Yes. So that's kind of like all I wanted to say, because then I was like, what else do I have to say? Week 10 and 11 done. 1 more week to go. Come here. Come. Oh, it's your baby. Oh, it's your baby. He likes looking outside. Yeah. So, like the weeks are passing and the weeks have passed, and now we only have 1 more week to go. And am I happy that it's finishing? Yes, kind of. Also kind of not, because then it's gonna be done, you know? But then on the other hand, it's like, it's been so long now that it's like, okay, maybe it is over. Because like, for example, the videos, I put them off and then I don't do them, and I feel like I like making videos, but maybe I want to make videos of other things instead of like the artist way. I'm kind of over that chapter. I did realize that some things have changed for me. Like, I remember, I don't know if it was last week or the week before or when, but I remember saying something like, I feel like there's things shifting. I don't know. I can't say for sure. I think I can say for sure right now that I do feel like things have shifted. I'm still like very hesitant to say those things are the result of the artist way. I don't know if I can say that, but I can say that like things are a bit different. Not like majorly, like what the fuck, my life has completely changed. Not at all. But also like I can't say that anything like shifted majorly. But I did like kind of realize that some things like very subtly are different. That very often when I have like leisure time for leisure, what the fuck, don't know. When I have like time for myself and I don't do anything, that's even when I'm not doing anything, I'm still doing something, but like very like subtly. But it's like instead of like sitting in my bed and then being like, I'm gonna like watch YouTube and like not really gain anything out of it except for very like surface level entertainment, I feel like I'm way more often collecting things that I want to collect, or that I'm thinking about projects that I want to work on, or like very small steps. But like even on the times that I used to be like, this is my free time, I don't have time to do, like, I don't want to work on things right now, even if it's just in my head, but I feel like I have more of like an insight of like my own creativity even when I'm not doing anything. Does that make sense? I don't know. And now I kind of like I could end the video here, but I feel like I want to like change it up. Like I'm sick of repeating myself. I'm sick of repeating everything I'm saying. I think I have like the thing noted down, you know, like all the things that I've said before are still true in some sense. And I don't feel like repeating myself. We're so close to the end. There's only one more video after this. There's only one more week. And then it's over and done. So let's do like something completely, like, not completely, but like something different, you know? Like I'm bored. I'm boring myself. I don't want to be bored. So I can tell you all the movies that I watched the last 2 weeks, which I think is fun. You know, I won't go into depth in all of them because I did watch a bunch. But I'll just like talk about the ones that I want to talk about. So on the 19th of May, I watched Interview with a Cannibal, short film that's on YouTube, if I'm not mistaken, about the real life true crime like true crime thing of like the Japanese man that moved to France, was living in France, and then like murdered and cannibalized a woman there. And then it's the interview that, because if you are interested in true crime, read up on the story. It's fucking insane. But he went back to Japan, and then the authorities released him there. So he was a free man for the rest of his life. And so he was able to do interviews with people because a lot of journalists like showed up at his door. His name was like super famous, so he couldn't get like any real jobs anymore. So he like depended on the exploitation of his own like insane, horrible deed. So Interview with a Cannibal, kind of exploitive, kind of a little bit, I don't know. I watched Lesbian Circle Jerk, which is a short film from 2025 with stop motion. I watched Electrical Gaza, which I would recommend to everyone. Electrical Gaza by Rosalind Nashashibi. It's 18 minutes. It's on YouTube. watch it. Watch it, because it's footage from Gaza made on film. It's gorgeous. It's really painful. It's intermittent with animated sequences, and it's insane to see the city and these people living a life just like everyone else, knowing what is happening right now. I would recommend everyone to watch it. Then I watched Am I Okay with Dakota Johnson. I watched The Shadow Strays. I watched The Blair Witch Project because I've never watched it before. I really enjoyed that. I watched Final Destination Bloodlines because I have been watching all of the Final Destination movies with my boyfriend, and now we went to watch the Final Destination Bloodlines in the cinema together with my boyfriend and my brother, which was fun. I watched All About Lily Shushu on my own in my bed. It was a really nice experience. I watched Seasons, a short film by Ivan Ivanov Vano and Yuri Norstein. I'm very sorry if I'm not pronouncing names correctly. I watched Visual Training by Frans Zwartjes. Then I started getting into a lot of like true crime and like true crime shows and movies. So I watched The Keepers, Fred Rose West, a British horror story. And then I also watched Poltergeist. I never watched that before. West of Memphis, another true crime movie. Death Becomes Her. Loved Death Becomes Her by Robert Zemeckis. Really nice. Super campy. I didn't like The Substance. Maybe something I can talk about later on. I don't know. I didn't like The Substance, but I feel like Death Becomes Her is what The Substance tried to be. But then not exactly. But I didn't like The Substance, but I really liked Death Becomes Her. And then I watched The Square, Womp Womp, and then I watched Spotlight. Another like fictionalized, but again having to do with like true crime. That's that. Bing Bang Bong. 3 words that I have been saying lately are freakazoids, nothing burger, and fugly. Bring all of those back, because I have been saying that a lot. And then I don't have anything more to share. Thank you. I'll see you in a couple of days when I did my week 12, and then this part is like over, but it's not really over because I will take like some things further and I will continue to do some things. Someone, like a friend, asked me if I'm gonna do my morning pages after this when it's finished, and I think I will, but I think I won't do them every day. I think I'm already like, sometimes when I wake up, other stuff is like going through my mind and I completely forget about it, and then I remember that I need to do them. I think that's very often a thing, that I'm not like I don't want to do them, I just completely forget that I need to do them, and then it's like 3 or 4 or 5, sometimes 6, and then I'm like, fuck, I need to do these. And then sometimes I like still do them in the evening, and then sometimes I'm like, is there still a reason or something to get out of it? Is there still something I can get out of it if I'm doing it in the evening? I don't know. So will I be continuing my morning pages after The Artist's Way? I probably will. I think I will, but maybe more on my own time. Like when I feel like I need something out of it. When I feel like I'm stuck, or I have a project that I need to, like, you know, and then yes. Bing bang bong. Bye bye.